Hello, and welcome back to my channel, Rosie8718. And today I am sharing my devotional with you. I am listening to the Audible 100 Days of Believing Bigger, and today I am on day 54, and it talks about indecisions. So I wanted to share some of the key points that I got out of this devotional with you, and I'm hoping that it will inspire you and bring light and shed light onto how you should navigate indecisive ways that you have. The scripture today that we are reading from is Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 4, which reads, "If you wait for perfect conditions, you will never get anything done." Procrastination. Prayer is essential. If you find yourself afraid to move until you hear God speak, that is still fear. God has not given us the spirit of fear. That comes from 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. What if God speaks powerfully by not saying anything at all? That one jumped out at me. When I heard that, I was like, wow. Sometimes we want to hear God's voice on every decision that we make, not knowing that sometimes He wants us to trust ourselves and know that He is leading us in the right direction, and there's no need for Him to confirm what we already know. Perfectionism pollutes our ability to use the mind God gave us. So if we have a close relationship with God and we walk in faith, we speak to God frequently, He knows our every move before we know. So why do we feel like we have to get His permission for everything that we do? Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't seek His opinion or seek Him first on the decisions that you're making. What I'm saying is that He gives you the power within to make the right decisions that are based on what His path is for you. Sometimes we over question God's will. Why do we question it? Is it because we don't believe in Him? Is it because we can't see the works that He's doing? Is it because it's not happening in the amount of time that we want it to happen, that we question what He's doing for us and not having faith that it's going to happen in His time? Oftentimes, we over-pray, over-research, overthink our way out of our blessed opportunities. That said a lot for me because I am truly a thinker. And sometimes I just have to step back and be like, it's in God's hands. I'm just going to leave it to God. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll be okay. I'm going to be fine. Faith without works is dead. So if you're not doing the work in the beginning to create and build a relationship with God, how can you expect Him just to give you the things that you want and you desire immediately whenever you ask? That's not how it works. You have to prove yourself to Him. But you also have to be able to use your own judgment and make decisions based upon your conversations that you had and what you know to be true by having that relationship with God. God never told you to wait for the perfect time. He wants you to trust His timing, which can be inconvenient timing for you. You don't have to look for confirmation in every avenue of your life. That's considered fear. Today's journal prompt is, how does fear tend to show up as indecisiveness in your life? I'll share a little bit about what I wrote for this journal prompt. I said fear shows up when I second guess myself and not believe in the skills and capabilities that God has given me to achieve my goal. Fear shows up for me when I allow others' opinions of me to affect who I am as a person. Fear shows up in my life when I stress and overthink things that I know will happen in time. Fear shows up for me when I stress myself to the point where my body is inflamed, where it's difficult for me to do small things, knowing that I have an autoimmune disease, lupus. But when I'm not taking care of my mental health, when I'm not going to get my massages, my acupuncture, my cupping, when I'm not meeting with my therapist, when I'm not eating healthy, when I'm not meal prepping, when I'm not juicing, that's when fear shows up in my life because I'm stressed and I'm not following my routine that I know that I need and God has shown me, which is good for me. That's how fear shows up in my life. Some things that I do to make sure that I don't let fear stop my blessings is to make sure that I'm doing the things that I need to. That can be scheduling my bi-monthly therapy sessions, going to the gym, making time to go to the gym, making time to meal prep, juicing, grocery shopping, watching what I'm eating, drinking tea, walking, stretching, praying, having a relationship with God, completing my devotional, studying, all of those things. I openly express my goals, what I want to achieve, the issues that I have, so that I'm not stressed and I let God just lead me in the right path. And I pray daily that my goals will come to fruition for me. And I continue to speak life into myself and my goals until I see it happen. I hope that you enjoyed this devotional. And I hope that you stop letting fear and being indecisive stop your blessings. Until next time, I'll see you